Welcome back to the channel. So today's video, I'm going to tell you if it's worth buying a C8. You could see it right there in 2025. Firstly, I want to say that I've been wanting this car for months. Honestly, it's been more so towards the beginning of this year, so 2025. I was probably thinking about it around like March or so, and I ended up getting it in September. That's because it was kind of an early birthday present to myself, and I attached goals to my own life where I felt like I would be comfortable buying the car, so I did get it. Just to do the full specs, since I didn't do it in the reveal video, it's going to be a 2020 C8 2LT in the rapid blue color. I did get it at 15,000 miles, which is low for being a 2020. That's the first production year. Yeah, so it had 15,000 miles. It also did have some PPF on it, so that was a plus. It's going to be like on the front area. You won't really be able to see it on camera because the job's actually really good. Some of the door, I think it's half of the door, and the rear also has PPF. But yeah, overall, I did want this car for a while. Not to mention, my brothers do have Corvettes as well, so we're finally completing the trilogy. My brother Calvin has the C6, my brother Byron has the C7, and I have the C8 now, so it's pretty neat. Instead of ABC standing for our initials, it might be now Asian Boys in Corvettes, because we're all Asian and we're all in Corvettes. So I might have to make a shirt off of that, I'm not sure. But overall, do I think it's worth getting the Corvette in 2025? Yes. And I know this is full bias, but this car has a lot of performance for the price. I honestly don't think there's any other American car that has the same performance, looks, and just at the price point that the C8 or just in Corvettes in general are at. Because Camaros, you know, they're cheaper, but they don't have the same, I guess, overall performance, I would say. The Z01 is definitely up there, but for naturally aspirated sports cars, the Corvette's in a league of its own in terms of just, because I don't know how they made this 0 to 60 like 2.9 or 2.8. That's insane. That's literally supercar, you know, performance in a basically a car that's around 60 to 80,000, depending on, you know, how new it is, the spec and all that. But now that we're on the discussion of spec, I'll tell you exactly the spec of mine. Like I said, it's a 2LT. It does have the Z51 package. You can see it right here. You see the brakes. I don't know the full, you know, changes for the Z51, so feel free to tell me in the comments, but it has the Z51 package, which I'm grateful for. Let's go to the interior. Interior is pretty basic. There was only one thing that I was mainly looking for the car, and it's going to be right here, the front axle lift. It's nice to have that when you know, you're going through roads that are not the best or it's very steep. But yeah, it has the front axle lift. I do want to lower the car, so I'm not sure how that's gonna work in terms of like working with that system, but I want to keep that feature if I do lower the car, and I do really want to. But yeah, the interior is very basic. This is all I needed right here, was the axle lift, but it's black with like some silver accents. It does have Bose speakers for anyone who really likes listening to music. Yeah, it's pretty standard. I don't know, I'm not so familiar with like the interior options that you can have like with 3LT or just the highest trims, but I'm happy with this one because, like I said, all I wanted was the front axle lift. Black interior is nice. I like how driver centric it is. I know there's some people that don't like the split off of this, which I can kind of see, because, you know, if you're, you know, doing the Bryson Tiller left hand steering, the other's gripping your thigh, that's a little hard unless your arms are super long, but mine are decently long, so it could work. You know, if your passengers are here, just be like this. Right now I have my backpack as my passenger, but yeah, overall interior, it's pretty mint. 15,000 miles only, so it's pretty good. All right, so let's go to the hood, or what would you call this, because it's a rear engine slash mid engine. Well, let's lift this up. Got some shoes in there. used it. These shoes I just got, you know, for a birthday dinner and stuff like that, so just kind of ignore those. But here's the motor. It's looking good. When we first looked at the car, we made sure to look over it, just make sure there's no like obvious leaks and stuff like that. Overall, the car looks really good. That's why we ended up, you know, getting this one. But yeah, I love the mid-engine because you can just hear all the noises behind your ear. What the? Ignore that. I don't know what that was. But yeah, the mid-engine, it's so crazy because you can hear the induction and the exhaust so well, and that's one of my favorite things about the car. Performance wise, it does help you get better traction, so that's a plus as well. But yeah, I'm very excited with this car. In terms of my future plans, so future plans wise, I do want to get wheels. I don't know what wheels yet to run on it. I know Apex is a very common, you know, option, but I'll have to see what I want to run ultimately, because what I want is for it to look really good but also be lighter than the OEM wheels. So it's kind of like a looks and form kind of thing, so I'm gonna try to look into what kind of wheels I want to get. I do also want to lower the car, but I'm not sure how that works with the front axle lift because I want to retain that feature, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into that and stuff like that. Another thing I need to do for sure is an exhaust. This thing, it sounds good stock, but it's so it's muted. You could just tell it's muted because when I had my E90 M3, I had one of the most obnoxious exhausts possible for that car, and I loved it. And I want to do the same thing with this, except, you know, obviously have a valve on it so that I don't have to disrupt people anytime I'm driving around. And also it's California, which they're strict on exhaust. Maybe they'll give me a pass now that I'm in an American car. I hope that's the case, because I've heard things like they'll give a pass to an American car. Please give me the pass. I don't really want to get any exhaust tickets. I've not gotten one yet, so let's keep that streak alive. But yes, exhaust, wheels, I want to lower it, but I'm gonna have to look into that. And I definitely want to run an intake on this. I want to hear the induction noise. Maybe I want to get the intake before the exhaust just so I can enjoy the induction noise, you know, without the exhaust maybe drowning out most of the sound. I mean, I might get it tuned, but I'm not sure how it works with this. Tuning is like an area that I'm not super familiar with in terms of cars. The only car I had tuned was my Accord V6, and it was pretty simple. You just use K-tuner. I don't know how it is with the newer and like more expensive cars, but it might be the same. I might look into tuning it, maybe go on the 85, but the for sure plans are wheels, intake, exhaust, and also a front lip. I do have the Z51 package, so this is stock. The front lip is stock, but like the previous owner, even with the front axle lift, I don't know what they were doing because it's really shredded. I'm like, bro, you had the front axle lift, how is that happening? But we are going to replace that. I do like the arrow in the back of it right now, so I don't think I'm going to change anything because it's paint matched, it's stock. It looks really good. This is like my favorite wing on the C8, because there are aftermarket ones that are like more of like standing up and rise. They rise from the rear, but I kind of like this one. So yeah, I think that will be my future plans in the near future. In terms of the timeline, I'm keeping the car. I could see me keeping it for like a year max. If I really fall in love with this car, I definitely would consider upgrading to the Z06, but the next car I'd want to get to replace this would be a Audi R8 V10, specifically the 3rd gen. So we're gonna build up this car, you know, do what we got to do, and yeah, I'm excited for the journey. I'm gonna be pushing out a lot more Corvette content. The new schedule for the uploads are gonna be Monday and Friday. So Friday will be a build video, but Monday will be Corvette content. So I'm filming this on Sunday, but this will be up tomorrow, and yeah, you can look forward to more uploads just in general, because it's going to be twice a week again. And I'm really excited to build this C8. This is my first American car, and it's the fastest car I've ever had, and it's just overall a really exciting car, and I love the color. Just comment down below what you think about the color, but I think I chose the right one, because you kind of want a sports car and for sure a supercar and a hypercar, you want them to pop. And this is like one of the most eye-catching colors in the catalog for Corvette. And I didn't want the, I mean, I like the highlighter yellow color-ish, but like this one is, it's just, it looks really good. So yeah. So before I let you guys go, I'm going to start up the car. So it does sound good, don't get me wrong. It sounds good, but we need a lot more sound. I'm gonna go back there and you can hear the idle. All right, so I'll set this down so we can get some rev, like a rev sequence, but you'll hear it. It needs an exhaust very badly, so exhaust companies, definitely hit me up. I'm trying to see some quotes for some systems right now. We'll see what I get. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There's going to be a lot more content on the way, so I'm very excited.
1, 2, 3, go!